Okay, it is right at 6 o'clock, so we are going to get started. Going to share my screen. Alrighty. Hold on, let me see if I can present mode. Is that going to work? All right, so the topic today is discovering why you want what you want. I'm very passionate about this. I've had a lot of times in my life where I've kind of been like, oh, like, why do I feel this way? Or maybe sometimes you get like a trigger and you're just like, what is this telling me? Like, is this a sign or something like that? So, this is going to be a practice to be able to help you kind of understand those feelings and emotions when you're feeling any sort of type of way or just feeling triggered. So I want to start with a little story first off. So if you have been around maybe corporate life or anywhere with a Windows computer in the past, I don't know, maybe like 8 or 10 years or something like that, then you have probably seen a screensaver like this. They are all these amazing, picturesque nature backgrounds that have like a little thing where you can actually click and see like where it is and be like, oh my gosh, do I want to travel here? And learn a little bit more about the location in the screensaver. So when I was working my corporate job, I had an issued Microsoft laptop, and every single day I would log into work and see one of these screensavers pop up. And in the beginning, I was always that person that was super curious. I'd be like, oh my gosh, where is this place? I would literally take a picture on my phone. I would send it to my boyfriend and be like, oh my gosh, look at this place. Like, we should go there. But just being fun, like not really being serious about it, right? And then I got to a point where I just found myself where I was completely just broken. My health was absolutely deteriorating. I was the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I was depressed. I had more and more acne. Like I just looked sick. I just really looked sad and sick. So at the same time that I was really getting triggered and kind of enraged by these window screensavers, I was also noticing these like really detrimental things happening to my body and my mindset. So I just really had to discover, why am I getting enraged by these screensavers? What is this meaning? Like, I used to get excited when I saw these pop up, and now they're literally enraging me. And I had to discover why. And I did that by asking myself some simple questions. First question is, what is a goal I've been working towards, and why did I want to, or why did you want to start working towards? That doesn't make sense. I need to rewrite that. So at that time, it was building my business with Body so that I can replace the income of my full-time corporate job. And to be honest, that is still a goal of mine. Okay. Question following that is I had to ask, what do your doubt voices tell you about this goal? So I would tell myself, oh, corporate is the only way. I'm not good at sales. I'm not good at leading people. I don't know how to lead people. I'm introverted. Only extroverted people know how to lead people. Work is supposed to suck. I'm not supposed to have a job that I love. I'm supposed to come home and be like, oh, work was so rough today. Like, all these limiting beliefs, and like these are just beliefs that were living in my subconscious that I had to get out into the open and get out on paper. Hi. You want me to start over?
Oh my gosh, duh.
Okay, hold on.
I'm so sorry. My computer as I, like, hopped on at 5:01, I was, like, logging in, and then it goes, "Your computer's dying." I was like, "Fuck."
No, that's the worst.
Oh my gosh, so
Well, I'm
awful.
going to start over.
Yay.
We're going to do this. Okay. Hi, I love you.
Oh, I'm so excited.
All right. I've made really cool slides. All right. So
Okay.
discovering why you want what you want. Um, I was just talking a little bit about, I was like, sometimes in life, like how we just kind of like get like these triggers or what we call like gut feelings and stuff, but we don't really understand why we are getting those feelings, or sometimes they can be good. Maybe it's a good trigger and you feel like it's leading you towards somewhere great, or maybe sometimes it's a bad trigger and you don't understand why it's making you feel that way. And that there's going to be an exercise to help learn how to evaluate those triggers and those feelings. So this is story time. So when I was working in corporate, I was issued a Microsoft laptop. I had the whole works, the whole system. And if anyone has seen a Microsoft laptop in the past like 10 years, you've probably seen this screensaver before. And it changes like kind of daily, that every time you open up your computer, here's this gorgeous picturesque landscape when you're sitting at a cubicle with literally no windows. And it has a little button where you can click like, see where this is. And at first I would always get so excited. Like I would message my boyfriend and be like, oh, look at this place. We should go here. Like, let's add it to our list of places to go. And then like, as I'm moving throughout my job and like years are going by, I'm actually finding that these screensavers were starting to enrage me. Like every time I would open up my laptop, I would just be triggered with like this like anger inside of me. And I also realized at that moment, my health was completely deteriorating. I was the heaviest I've ever been in my life. My face had no life in it. My acne was the worst it's ever been. I always just looked sad. Like I kind of looked like a ghost. So at the same time that I'm literally being triggered by these screensavers, my health is in the absolute shitter. And so I had to find out a way that like, why are these screensavers enraging me and what does this mean? And I had to do that by asking myself some questions. So first question, what is a goal you've been working towards or want to start working towards? And for me, it was building my business with Body so that I can replace the income of my full-time corporate job. And this is actually still a goal of mine as much as it was almost 2 years ago. What do your doubt voices tell you about your goal? So for me, it was corporate is the only way to make a living. I'm not good at sales. I'm introverted. Only extroverted people can be good at sales and leading a team. I don't know how to lead people. Am I even worthy of leading people? You know what? Work is supposed to suck. I shouldn't want to dream for a job that doesn't suck. I'm supposed to come home at the end of the day and be like, oh, got a bad day at work. And you're just supposed to complain about work, right? Those were beliefs that were living in my subconscious that I had to get out and write out on paper. Next question, if someone came to you with those same doubts, what advice would you give them? For me, that was, you have what it takes to be a leader in health, and being introverted is actually a superpower for connecting with people one-on-one. Next question is, who is your growth team? This is something I've kind of tweaked from a book that I'm going to share later. And I want you to think of people or spirits or guides in your life that are just unwavering, that no matter what is going on in your life, they're always going to give you a supporting voice and an encouraging voice. So for if you're religious, that might be God or your form of a creator or something like that. For me, nature, spirituality, I always find a lot of guidance and clarity when I'm in nature. My fiance and my business bestie, Lindsay, I know will always be there to support me and encourage me in the right way and in a very positive way. And so I put them together as my growth team to think of. Next question is, what would your growth team have to say about those doubts that you were telling yourself? For me, they would say to me, life isn't meant to suck. It is meant to be enjoyed. You are connected to nature and meant to find love in a job that lets you experience nature. And then, so now we're going to create our why you want what you want statement. So mine is, because I have what it takes to be a leader in health and being introverted is a superpower for connecting with people one-on-one, I am more than capable of building my body business to replace the income of my full-time corporate marketing job. because life isn't meant to suck. It is meant to be enjoyed. I am connected to nature and meant to find love in a job that lets me experience nature. You see how fucking powerful that is compared to just simply stating a goal of, oh, I just want to replace my income. When you go through these full questions and really dive in deep and actually build this why you want it statement, why you want your goal, you really realize the meaning and power behind why you want that goal. So that's why I was getting so triggered by those screensavers, is because I didn't want to be looking at a screensaver. I wanted to be living in these screensavers and going and experiencing these places. And so now I have left my full-time corporate job. I have still not replaced that income, but Body did give me the courage to be able to leave that corporate job and find income replacers in other ways. And I'm still working towards that goal. But now I'm literally living a life in my own screensavers. I'm experiencing these places and I feel like I'm living my purpose and I'm actually loving what I do. And that's all just from working on personal growth, learning and to dive into my subconscious and getting over my limiting beliefs and learning from them and growing from them so that I can live a life that I'm meant to live. So these questions were rooted from, here's the questions if you want to go back through them. Forgot this slide. So I'll share this, but these questions were really rooted from this book. Lindsay and I have both been reading this as well as listening to Josh Coase's podcast. I kind of tweaked them a little bit to mean a little bit more to me personally. His biggest tweak was he talks about like your creator, the idea of a creator, and I switched that to growth team because I really believe that we have a lot more than just one creator that gives us a positive voice. We have mentors, special friends, partners, things. And so really building a team of positivity and asking yourself what they would say to you. But if you are interested in this book, highly, highly recommend. It is fantastic. Of course, Lindsay and I had started this group to help you become the best version of you. And that was inspired from this book. And now we're totally diving into this community and so excited to share with all you guys and watch you all grow. So my assignment is that you do go through these questions and you can share them directly into our Thrive community page. If you want to share your why you want it statement in the community page, we would love to see that. If you're a little nervous about sharing it in the page, you can send it to myself or Lindsay one-on-one and we can just have that conversation. But I'd love to see you go through the questions, go through the exercise and develop that statement for yourself. And of course, let us know if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out to myself or Lindsay. And this was so fun. Hold up. Let me stop sharing. Or how do I stop recording?